Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be profiling a friend of mine's super heavyweight samurai deck. So without further ado, I'll let him take over.
Okay, hello. Yeah, like he said, this is a super heavy samurai deck. This is a really fun deck. It loses a lot, but it's too fun not to play. So give it a try. And here's the monster lineup. And do take in mind that this is a 40 monster card deck. So
yeah, because you don't want to play the spells and traps, so you get the benefit. You want to move them up a little bit?
To start, I played 3 Giant Rats because Giant Rat gets anything out of the deck except for the level 2 Dark Monster. But this card is amazing. It gets anything out of the deck really, so you have to play 3. I played 2 for a while, but you have to see it, so that's why you play 3.
Gotcha.
I played 3 Big Benkeis. You don't have to play 3 of this card, but it's the biggest monster that you have in the main deck. So it's like mandatory to play the 3, but honestly, I think I'm going to cut it to 2 next time I play this deck, just because I hate drawing this card. And for some reason I keep drawing 3-0, but still 3-0. One of the best tuners, just because we got the level 6 Synchro in the new set. This card is amazing. It lets you send your monsters, the monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard to Synchro Summon. It's so retarded. And you have to play 3 now, just because we got the Synchro. We have this second tuner, and they only have 2 tuners as of right now. But this card is amazing because it special summons itself if you have no spells and traps in the graveyard. And since you're playing 40 monsters in the main deck, you won't have any. And after you use its effect to special summon it like that, you cannot special summon anything but super heavy monsters that turn.
Oh, okay.
And if it's distributed for the summon of a heavy monster, it special summons itself. So you can do some cute plays with it. And in my opinion, the best card in the deck, Scales. Yeah. He gets any monster level 4 or lower from the graveyard, and it's so good. It's such a power card. And now I understand why Konami doesn't want to give the deck any spells or traps, because every monster has a really good, unique effect. And this card, it's such a good card. The only form of defense the deck has, it's Flutus. I love this card, but I hate it because my opponent tries to get it out of the graveyard as soon as possible. And if you don't have an effect Veiler, then it's gone and your monsters are pretty much dead. But with this card, it prevents a targeting. It prevents a targeting and destroys whatever's targeting, spell, monster, or trap. So this card, it's pretty amazing. You have to get this in the graveyard as soon as possible, so you have to play 3 up. Then the Stratos of the deck, Soul Piercer. When this card is sent to the graveyard, oh, and by the way, those were the main deck monsters that you play. We go to the equip spells, the really monsters.
Because you don't play you don't play spells, so these are like your equip spells.
So these are like traps or equip spells. You can look at this deck like Noble Knights. Yeah. They have a lot of equips. So
that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
This is like Stratos. When it's sent to the graveyard, you search for any super heavy card except itself, and you can equip it from the side of the field or your hand to a super heavy monster, and it does piercing damage. So such Soul Piercer, which kind of combines with it. But this card is absolutely amazing. I used to play 2, but I just added the 3rd because it's so good. Like setting it first turn, and then you get Scales, and it keep recycling. It's basically the Nev Altair.
Oh, okay.
You keep like looping everything. Another one of the better ones, Soul Fire Suit. Soul Fire Suit's amazing because when your opponent Raigekis you, this will prevent the monster from being destroyed by anything card effect or battle until the end of the turn. And that is so powerful because your opponent has to waste so many cards to get rid of yours to Sanowo, and this card, it's basically the cherry on top. They can't do anything to it.
So they pretty much can't touch it if you have the Sanowo out. Okay.
And if you equip it to a monster from the side of the field or hand, its level becomes 5, but you don't really want to do that. Though there's a cute play that you can do that I will show you later with this card. It's kind of clutch, but you never want to equip it from the hand. Then, oh, actually, I lied. These are the 2-ups. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
This monster cannot dive a battle. Just because of that effect makes it really good. This card has won me so many games because
it's Blue Brawler.
Yeah, it's Blue Brawler. It stalls your opponent out until you get like good combo pieces. But just not being able to be destroyed by battle is such a good effect. And then I just added this card. I don't really know how I feel about this card because it's really bad. It doesn't do anything for you or your opponent. It's just there as a playmaker, but Its stats are terrible. 800 by 18.
Would you probably replace it if there was another, better one?
Yeah, if we had more monsters, I would. Actually, I was playing 2 maxis over this, but I cut the maxis because maxis are like whatever. I mean, it has some cute plays. Like I said, I will show you a play that I did earlier that I thought it was amazing, and I just figured it out. So it's all right.
Soul beads. Yeah.
2 soul beads. This card, I hate it so much because I keep opening 2 of it, but it's so amazing when you equip it to a Susano because they have to get rid of this first because the monster that's equipped to it cannot be destroyed by card effects once. So it serves like Sparks Dragon. The monster cannot be destroyed by card effects once. So they go Raigeki, okay, that's fine. And then they go Dark Hole, they will get destroyed, but it still stalls for a little.
So it gives you like a pseudo, like you were saying, like Sparks
Dragon, yeah. And it has an effect from hand. You can discard it to the graveyard if one of your heavy monsters is destroyed by battle. So if it's destroyed by battle, you pitch it and then special summon it, which is kind of
okay. That's neat.
It has a neat effect. And I have this card, the Super Blaster Buster Gauntlet, whatever it is. I was playing 2 off, but I just got it today to 1. Because you don't really need this card. This card is a Saki card. It's a win more. It doubles the defense of the monster attacking. So if you have Susano, who has 3,800 defense, so it'd be attacking for 7,600. That's a lot of damage. So it's a Saki win more card. So I only played the 1 off. And the last super heavy card I play is the Giga Globes, which I hate this card. I hate it. But you have to play it because it fixes your dead hands. If it's into the graveyard, you can look at the top five cards of your deck and put them back in any order.
So it's like the old version of Big Eye from back.
Pretty much, and then if your opponent would be attacking you directly, you can banish it from the graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a super heavy card, you add it to the hand, and your opponent's monster attack goes to 0 forever, permanent.
Oh, it's permanent.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's a good card, but I hate it because if you draw it, most of these cards, if you draw them, they're dead in your hand. But I mean, that's what makes the deck really fun because it's not a tier 1 deck, but it can actually compete. And that was the super heavy monsters. For the hand traps, I play 3 effect Veilers because you have to protect your Susano. People will try to do so many things to that card. They would try to Big Eye Castell, and this is your only out. They would trish you.
Because you can't run traps. That's the only thing you got.
And that's why I used to play 1. And I quickly bumped it to 3. I was like, screw that, I have to play 3. There's no way. So 3 Veilers are a must. You kind of have to play 3 if you play this deck. 2 Scarecrows. I was playing 3 Gores before I played this at 3. But Gores was only good if I had nothing on the field. And you don't want to do that. In Yu-Gi-Oh! You want to do things. You want to basically play with your opponent. And Gores was only good if I had nothing. And people would see it coming, so they would play around Gores. And this stops that whole battle facing and gives me an extra turn to live to make a play. And if I can't do anything, I just go to game 2 or 3 or whatever, It's like I said, it's a fun deck, so I can't really get angry, but this card is such a clutch card.
I got you.
It's so good. Like, I've played against Livestorm players, and I activate it and I have them deck out because they would clutch for game and they would mill everything out.
Oh, and that would stop them in the...
Yes.
Okay.
It's really good. I played 2 Mathematicians because there are a lot of cards that we need in the graveyard, like this first turn, it's pretty good.
Yeah, which one was that again?
The Giga Globes lets you basically look at the top 5 cards of the deck and set them. So you go Mathematician, send this, and you get to stack your hand or your draw, so it's pretty good.
So it's a good setup card.
Yes. So 2 Mathematicians. I was playing 3, but I cut it. It's besides if you open with this, it's good. Late game, it's terrible because there's nothing you want to do with this. I play 1 Dual Bolt to go with the Mathematician. For later turns, you can make a Trishula play or any synchro you want. It's pretty good. I like it.
See Trishula come out of the deck.
It's so good. I play 1 Berman because this card is ridiculous. It's so good, so good. You can do so many plays with this card. You can get something back, like a Soul Piercer. Like if you get this, and then you Berman this for next turn, then you make a synchro, you get to search and Black Rose them. So
that makes sense.
It's like cool plays, yes. The Berman, it's amazing, definitely amazing. And the last monster is the Breed Dragon, because a lot of monsters in the deck have low attacks, so the Breed Dragon can get pretty much everything from them.
And then you can make something.
And I can make anything from a 5 to like a Trishula 9. It's so good.
Sweet.
it's just a cute card that I decided to put as my 40th card.
Okay.
So that's the main deck. That's 40 card. For the extra deck, you don't have to play most of these, but I play them because I guess, you know. Armades.
You want to move them over like a little bit? Yeah. No, like the card itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Armades is so good. It kills a lot of. If your opponent's setting cards, you just keep beating them down. So Armades is pretty amazing. Nat Beast, it's pretty good because everything is Earth except for the Dark Tuner. But I don't think this card is very good in this deck because you have no way to protect it. I think this card is only good if you have traps with it.
True.
But, I mean, if you're playing against Necross, I guess, you know, you win, but everything kind of beats Necross. You know? Goyo Guardian, because Goyo is still pretty amazing. You can easily make it in this deck. For my 7s, I played 1 Black Rose. You kind of have to play because you have no Dark Holes, no Raigekis, so this will come out a lot. Moonlight Rose, it's amazing. It's such a good card.
Yeah.
Your opponent's going to try to overpower your creatures, so if you have this, it's going to keep bouncing them. So it's going to set them back turns, a lot of turns. Clear Wing, because it's probably my favorite synchro nowadays. This card is so amazing.
Yeah,
it protects Susanoo. This and Susanoo is pretty much a game, because he will protect Susanoo. For the 8s, I only have 1, which is Belzit. The Dark Tuner makes this. It's so easy to pull out in this deck, and it's annoying as hell. For the generic synchros, I play 1 Trishula because it's Trishula. And it's so good. You can take people's soul charge with Susano and then Trish for. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, didn't you do that earlier? I think.
Yeah, it was amazing. So, and plus you can pull it off with the Breed Dragon. You grab anything and you have. It's so easy to make. So easy. I played 2 of this, the new synchro. This card. Honestly, this card is what made me play the deck. I saw this card coming out and I said, damn it, Harp's Feather Duster is pretty good. When this card is Synchro Summon, you can destroy all your opponent's spells and traps. That is ridiculous. And it can attack in defense position.
What's the defense on it again?
25 by 500.
Damn.
So it's already at 25 meter. It's such a powerful card. It's so good. And the boss monster is Susanoo.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it does, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can take a spell trap card in their graveyard and set it to your side of the field. It's such an amazing card, and it attacks and defense. 38 defense, it's kind of ridiculous. People hate playing against this deck just because of this card alone. They can't play their cards like their Raigekis or Dark Holes or Soul Charges because they know this will come soon.
And then wreck them back, yeah.
So they have to play smart when they play against this deck. And that's good because a lot of players in this area are, you know, they play their cards mindlessly and they lose because of that. So I picked up this deck to teach them a lesson.
I understand.
And for the Xyz, you don't really have to play any of these, but I play them because that's a Stratos for everything. You grab anything you want. Everything's machine, so he's amazing. 101. This could be a Castell, but this is a fun deck for me. I'm not going to tear apart my other decks to get a Castell here, so I'm not using this, so I'll put in this deck. This could be whatever, and this is my favorite Xyz. It gets big. Like having these 2 on board, it's like, what the hell? Big as hell, big as hell. So, but yeah, this card is kind of clutch. And plus, you can go Debris, grab the level 4 guy, and make this guy.
Make rank 4 right away.
So good.
So, anything you want to say about the deck, man?
The deck is amazing. It really is. It has its inconsistency because you have no spells or traps to fix your hand.
Yeah.
But I would recommend picking up this deck if you want to have fun. Me, myself, I'm a meta player, and this is a relief from it. Playing across all the time kind of sucks, but this is so fun. So
it's a relief from playing like the main meta, the same thing, yeah.
This deck is so fun. So if you want to spend at least $25 to $50, pick up this deck. Everything is X cheap, so.
True.
So,
agree.
Yeah,
Thank you, man, very much.
Pretty much. See ya.
Thank you. And so next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, and good luck dueling to all of you.